So is my screen visible to you?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. Okay. So in previous class, we have covered the topics like what is the introduction to programming language and what are the JDK, how to install the JDK, what's the use of editors, and how to write a simple program in both JDK and STS, right? So now in today's class, we'll be discussing our module 3. That is nothing but a naming conventions or what are the identifiers, what are the statements, etc. etc. So for as you are a new student, Vijayalakshmi Garu, I'll just explain. Once if you download the STS app, it will be showing like you illa చూపిస్తుందండి మీకు. It will be showing like this. So for that, in order to create a Java project, just click on the file and new. Wait. Click on file, new, and Java project. So whatever the Java project you want to create, you can create. So I'm naming it as Core Java. And finish. This is how you should create a project. Once if the project is created, yeah, just wait a minute. Yeah, once if the project is created, it will be showing as here. So then after creating the package, you will be knowing మీకు ఇక్కడ JRE SRS అని చెప్పి ఒకటి వస్తుంది. So click on SRS and right click, new, and package, creation of the package. This all will be as naming conventions antamandi. So class anedi everything, how to create a package, how to create a class name, I have explained in the previous modules, and you can just go through the videos and check. If not, please let me know, I'll explain in the classes itself. Is it clear, Vijayalakshmi Garu?
Yes, madam. Clear, madam.
Yeah. So once if you have created, it shows that package name or class name that we have created so far. So public static void main, in order to run this, just right click or here run as Java application. It will print a message in the console bar as hello. These are the this is the simple program in the STS, right? So now what actually the naming convention, as I have told before, Java is a camel case sensitive language. Why if it is a camel case sensitive language means, so the naming conventions are must and shouldly needed for Java. Naming convention is nothing but the guidelines for various programming elements like class ki kani, package ki kani, variables kani, whatever the keywords are there. So ela rayali anede naming convention. So let us discuss one by one detail. So the class name should always start with the uppercase letter and it is camel case sensitive. So the sample S is capital. What if I want to change the name? So byte splash. So byte is one word and the second word should be also capital. That is splash. So this is the naming convention for class. So coming to a package name. So package name should be in the lowercase letters and it should be in the reverse domain. What does man domain means? ఇప్పుడు మనం ఏదైనా లాగిన్ పేజ్ కానీ లేకపోతే ఏదైనా చేస్తున్నప్పుడు సో amazon.in, amazon.com or bytesplash.in is the normal domain. When it comes to reverse domain, com dot నుంచి సేవ్ చేస్తాం. So that is nothing but com.corejava. So that should be the package name. And another one is variables. So whatever the variables I'm creating, it should be just wait a minute. So yeah, see, the variable names should start from the lowercase and it should be the camel case sensitive, and the second letter should be the capital letter. That is for variable names. So coming to the another one, that is nothing but the constants. Constant should be all should be in the capital letters, and it should be divided by the underscores. I'll just open my notepad and I'll explain you in detail. Just a minute. So conventions. These are sorry. These are nothing but guidelines. Guidelines for naming various programming elements. So what does that programming elements? Like class, variables, methods, and packages, or the data types, etc., etc. Whatever it is there, in order to mention the programming elements, will be using the naming conventions. So why it is needed, if you ask me, enduku naming conventions enduku ante, so the code often need to be updated or changed, right? If there are any errors, the code should be modified, so that whenever a new developer is seeing our code, he must be able to understand what element it is, like which is class and which is element, or which is method and which is packages, etc., etc. In order to understand the code more easily, for a new developer, will be using the naming conventions. So when it comes to the class, it should start, it is a start with uppercase. Uppercase is nothing but capital letter. Uppercase, camel case sensitive. Sensitive. Sorry, sensitive. Yeah. For example, always remember the class should start with the syntax for creating a class is class, class name, whatever it is there. So this is, and for this, like example, sample, comma, byte, splash, etc., etc. And when it comes to a variable, so a variable should start with, it should start with lowercase, and it is also a camel case sensitive. Not only variable, methods are also. So methods, variables, and navy avante. So it should start with lowercase camel case and lowercase letters, and it is camel case sensitive. Camel sensitive. For example, if you take for variables, like my variable, or total amount, etc., etc. So for the class, it should always start with the uppercase letters, and it should be in the camel case sensitive. For variable and methods, it should start with the lowercase, and it is also a camel case sensitive. Coming to the packages. For package, start with lowercase. So everything, whatever we are creating or whatever we are writing a package, it should be in the lowercase only. It is not a camel case sensitive, and it should be in, remember this point, it should be in, sorry, there is a spelling mistake that I have committed. It should be in reverse domain. For example, like com.core Java, just now we have created, comma, com.practice, whatever it might be. అంటే ఏంటి మేడం ప్రతిదీ com.core Java, ఇలానే సేవ్ చేయాలంటే నో, ఇట్స్ నాట్ మ్యాండేటరీ. వెన్ ఎవర్ యు ఆర్ క్రియేటింగ్ అ ప్యాకేజ్, com dot అనే కాకుండా జస్ట్ కోర్ జావా అని కూడా you can create a package, but there is an instruction that have been following for so far kabatti. So com.core Java, it is a syntax. ఇప్పుడు మనకు ఒక క్లాస్ క్రియేట్ చేయాలంటే in order to create a class we'll have the syntax like class name అని ఉంటుంది కదా. డైరెక్ట్ గా నేను క్లాస్ నేమ్ అంటే throw an error through me. So that com.core Java. So this is for package, and the constants should be capital, that is nothing but a uppercase separated with underscore. Separated with underscore. Yes. And for that example, whenever you are writing the program in further modules, you will know about the what is the constant. So min value, comma, some count, the count, etc., etc. Whatever the constant it is there, it should start with uppercase. It should not start with uppercase. The entire should be in the uppercase only, and it should be separated by the underscore. So this is the packages. Coming to again, so we also have like interface names also. It should start with the uppercase letters only, as I've told for the classes key, interface key, it should start with the uppercase, camel case sensitive. For the variables and the methods, it should start with lower and it is camel case sensitive. For constant, it should start entirely with the capital letters separated by underscore. And when coming to the packages, it should be in the lowercase letters only, and it should be in the reverse domain format. So Boolean as it is, Boolean kuda, it should start with lowercase and second letter edaithe untundo that should be the capital. All these are the naming conventions. Coming to our next topic. Is it clear up to here, Varalakshmi garu?
Yes, madam.
Hello. Hello.
Yes,
Are
madam.
you there? We'll move on to the new topic. New concept. That is comments. So why we'll write the comments means in order to understand the code. So think this is, we have two types of comments in it. One is single comment and another one is multi-line comment. So single comments are used by using double slash. So in order to, ante public class sample and rasan kada, public class sample anedi enti ante, just wait. What is public class sample ante? It is nothing but a creating of a class. Creating a class. So whoever మన కోడ్ ని ఎవరైతే చూస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళకి అర్థం అవ్వాలి. సో ఈ లైన్ అంటే ఏంటి, ఈ లైన్ అంటే ఏంటి, వాట్ ఈస్ దిస్ ఫ్లవర్ బ్రాకెట్స్? ఇట్ ఈస్ నథింగ్ బట్ opening the class. And here public static void main, it is nothing but creating the main method. Creating main method. Okay. So this is what it is, creating opening of the main method. Sorry. This is nothing but opening the main method. And this is printing statement in order to print the message. So closing the main methods and closing the class. ఇలా మనము ఒక కమెంట్స్ యూస్ చేసి we can closing the class. By using comments, we can understand what actually the code is. These are nothing but the single line comments. So what if I want to mention some description in the code? In that case, we'll be using the multi-line comments. So multi-line comments will start with slash, star, and whatever you want to write, you can write in multi-lines. Sorry. So whatever you want to write, and you can write in some lines and end with star and slash. So these are the multi-line comments. ఇప్పుడు సింగిల్ లైన్ కమెంట్స్ అంటే ఒక సింగిల్ లైన్ లోనే వ్యాలిడేట్ అవుతుంది. సో ఇక్కడ స్టాప్ చేసిందని కూడా అందుకే క్రియేటింగ్ మెయిన్ అని చెప్పా. వాట్ ఇఫ్ మెథడ్ ఇక్కడ వరకు అయిపోయింది. ఇట్ ఇస్ సింగిల్ లైన్. నేను అక్కడ డబుల్ స్లాష్ ఇది యూస్ చేసి మళ్ళీ ఇలా అంటే అది ఒక స్టేట్మెంట్ గానే తీసుకుంటుంది. So that is the difference between the single line and multi-line comments. So whatever the content we want to write in the single line ante, we'll use the single line comments by using slash, double slashes. And if you want to write the description in the multi-lines, the multi-lines comments will start with slash star and it will end with star slash. So what inside this, in the content rasna, it should be in the comments only. So these are the comments. And the next one is statements. So statements are nothing but a individual executable code. Ante enti? So this is one statement. Public class sample anedi oka statement. System.out.println anedi oka statement. And if I want to declare a variable int equal to 5, this is also a statement. These are all the statements. Is it clear up to here?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. So the other one is blocks. Blocks are nothing but whatever you write inside the curly braces. It is known as a block. So this public static void main is a block. The system.out.println is a block. Whatever you write inside the curly braces, that are known as blocks. Basically, we have two types of blocks. One is static and one other one is non-static. Static is nothing but it will be executed entire code rasamu static block ante ee entire block okesari execute ayipotundi. What if it is non static ante whenever an instant of an object class is created, that is nothing but whenever an object is created, then every time it will be executing. That is non static. Okay, అర్థమైందా అండి?
Yes, madam.
Yes. So coming to the another topic called identifiers. The identifiers are nothing but it is a name given to a classes or variables or whatever methods in Java. So for that, the variables are nothing, identifiers are nothing but names given to the classes, comma, variables, comma, method names, methods, etc. So and దీనికి ఒక రూల్ ఉందండి. సో ఐడెంటిఫైర్ షుడ్ స్టార్ట్ విత్ a letter or underscore or dollar symbol. For example, so int A. It is starting with a letter or dollar symbol where it is, yes, dollar symbol price, comma, and it should start with the underscore int. ఇలానే స్టార్ట్ అవ్వాలి ఐడెంటిఫైర్స్ అనేది. వాట్ ఇఫ్ ఐ స్టార్ట్ విత్ అ నంబర్, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్వాలిడ్. సో 1 int అని ఇచ్చామనుకోండి, ఇట్ ఈస్ ఇన్వాలిడ్. సో వాట్ ఎవర్ ద ఐడెంటిఫైర్స్ మనం క్లాసెస్ కి నేమ్స్ ఏవైతే ఇస్తామో, సో ఇట్ షుడ్ స్టార్ట్ విత్ అ లెటర్ ఆర్ అండర్స్కోర్, సారీ, ఆర్ dollar sign or underscore. So these are the identifiers. Okay, is it clear? Okay, so next are the keywords. So what are actually the keywords? Class is a keyword, static is a keyword, void is a keyword. All these are the keywords. So coming to the public here, it is there, right? We have basically 4 types of access modifier. Public is an access modifier, private is an access modifier, and protected. Yeah, I'll just remove and just right here. We have public, private, default, and protected. So these are all the access modifier. When it's come to public, public and ikkadiste, so anyone can access the public. So anyone can access ante, think this com.codejava is one package, right? So what if I want to create another package? Might be com.practice. Create another file in it. So class as sample, finish. So this is one package and this is one package, right? com.codejava అనేది ఒక package, com.practice అనేది ఒక package. So what if I want to import this package into this package? So just import java.util. So it import com dot, what is it, core java. So if I want to import this package, that core com.codejava అనేది practice లో import చేయాలి. So I'll just remove this here. So చూడండి, so I have 2 classes in com.codejava. Sample అనేది ఒకటి, car అనేది ఒకటి. When I'm clicking on dot click చేస్తే it is showing because I have given here public ఇచ్చాను కాబట్టి. So what if I give here private? So control S. Always remember, whenever you're writing, just save it as control S. So see, it is showing only car that has not been created. నాకు com.codejava లో నేను sample కావాలి, నాకు ఆ sample file కావాలి, కానీ అది చూపించడం లేదు because it is private. So it is accessible only within the class when it comes to private. So what if I give protected? Same, the protected is accessible only within the same package, not class. It is accessible only within the same package. When it comes to default, it is accessible in the same class and the same package. That are all the access modifiers. So manamu public ichi petteste, so anyone can access. So that if I share this code to you or somebody else, they can access it easily. So these are the access modifiers. And coming to the package is a keyword. And ఇక్కడ packages లో import అనేది ఒక keyword. When further modules వచ్చినప్పుడు మీకు inheritance concepts వస్తుంది, దాంట్లో extends అనేది ఒక keyword ఉంటుంది. So these are all the keywords. Here static is a keyword, void is keyword as well as the return type also. Okay, so these are all the keywords. So what's our next topic? Vijayalakshmi garu, is this clear up to here?
Yes, madam. Yes, madam. Clear, madam.
Yes. So our next topic is primitive data types and non-primitive data types. That is nothing but a user-defined data types. So before going into the data types, let's discuss what is a variable. What is a variable? Vijayalakshmi garu, what is a variable? So variable is nothing but we use the variables in order to store some data. So like it is used. See, A is a variable. So just in 5 and equivalent kada. So it should be stored somewhere. So that I'm using the variable A. That is nothing. Variable is nothing but a memory management in order to store the data. That is variable. So A is equal to 5. This 5 value will be stored in the A. That is nothing but a variable. So coming to the data types, what actually the data type is? Yes, exactly. So now A is equal to 5 and ichesanu. Is it okay? So which type of data I should know, right? So at the string, int, float, I should have the clarity, right? So that I'm using this int అనేది ఒక data type. So that is, oh wait, I'll just explain you in the paint. So data types is nothing but a data types are the names given in order to store which type of data మనకి తెలియాలి కాబట్టి we are using the data types. Basically, we have two types of data, and so one is primitive data types. Other was non-primitive data type. So also known as user-defined data type అన్న చెప్పొచ్చు. So coming to the primitive data types, we have byte of size 1 byte, and short is of 2 bytes, int is of 4 bytes, float is also of 4 bytes, character is of 2 bytes, and long is of 8 bytes. Double is also of 8 bytes. And we have another data type called Boolean. It does not have any size because the size of the boolean can't be determined because it is having only two values. Either if it is true, it is true, or otherwise it is false. So that the size of the boolean can't be determined. So coming to the byte, I'm just giving a brief introduction. What is the data types or how many types of it there? In the further modules, we'll discuss in detail. So how to calculate the range for it, how to know the size, everything we'll discuss in the further modules. So 1 byte is nothing but 8 bits. So same as it, 2 bytes is nothing but 16 bits. So the size of short is 2 bytes. That is nothing but the 16 bits. Coming to this, it is 32. And the same as for float. I'm just not mentioning it. Sorry? Is there any issue, Vijay Lakshmi Garu?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Actually, I have heard some voice from your side. Okay, fine. So these are all the primitive data types. So what if it is for non-primitive? Classes, objects, and strings, arrays, etc., etc. All these are non-primitive type. Class is nothing but a blueprint. Objects are nothing but an instance of a class which have both state and behavior. Strings is nothing but a collection of characters. And array is the collection of homogeneous elements. So if it is what is meant by homogeneous, same elements. So that is nothing but array. So we'll discuss in detail when the module comes. Okay. Is it clear up to here?
Yes, madam.
Yeah. So our next topic is about the main method. So as I've told before, public is an access modifier, static is a keyword, void is a return type, main is the method name, and the string args. Why we are using string args? ఇక్కడ string అనే ఎందుకు యూస్ చేస్తున్నా అరే యూస్ చేయొచ్చు కదా అంటే because in main method the command line accepts only string as inputs. So that we are using here strings. So it does not accept array or list. So list అనేది జావాలో అసలు రాదు. That's another topic. So in main method, the command line accepts only string as its input. So that we are using the string here. Coming but args. Args is nothing but the arguments. Args ఏ use చేయాలంటే no, it's not mandatory. You can use wait. Or whatever you want to use, you can use. So this is the main method. And in the previous module, we have seen how I actually like what is the execution flow of program. We have seen in the previous module, right? So how the source code will be converted into the byte code, which is nothing but a intermediate level language. How the JVM converts the intermediate language into the mission level language, which is nothing but a byte code ni normal ga zeros binary ones lo ela convert చేస్తుంది. We have discussed in detail, right? So this is the main method and this is our third module. Is this clear up to here?
Yes, madam. Clear, ma'am.
Yeah. Let's go to the another module. So see, we have known about the main method. Class loaders and running the first program is nothing but writing a simple program and running it. And the system class and printing onto the console. How we use that system.out.println in order in the console, what will be the output. We have seen that. And we also have seen the difference between the println and print. So system.println means it will move the cursor into the next line. Like, so think. So think if I want to add another one statement like print system.out.print at the rate of, sorry, Well, so this is my printing statement. Control S. ఇక్కడ ఒక స్టార్ మార్క్ కనిపిస్తుంది కదా at the top. ఇది పోవాలంటే I should save. Then only it will run. See what if I ఇక్కడ మళ్ళీ స్టార్ వచ్చింది కదా. If I want to run it as, it will ask me అంటే ఎక్కడ స్టోర్ చేయాలి అనేది it will ask me. So that Control S and run as the Java application. And have saved it. So run as Java application. Select Java, select all. So it is the printing the statement like hello world. So what if I remove here print ln? So it is printing in the same line. That is nothing but hello world. So when I use the println, the cursor will move to the next line. ఇప్పుడు నాకు టూ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ ఉన్నాయి కాబట్టి హలో వరల్డ్ అని ప్రింట్ చేస్తున్నా. వాట్ ఇఫ్ ఐ హావ్ ఈ టూ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ కూడా నాకు వేరే లైన్ లో కావాలి, ద కర్సర్ షుడ్ బి ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ లైన్ అంటే ఐల్ బి యూసింగ్ ద ln statement. Okay, so this is the difference between println and println. So now where it is, yes. So in our next module we'll be knowing what is class, what is object, and the object declaration, how to declare an object, and initialization, etc., etc. we'll be seeing now. So now in order to that, I'll just create another class. One. The class has been created. So now, as I've told before, class is nothing but a blueprint of any statements. So class name is mandatory. I've created the class name as car1. So now coming to this, I also have, oh wait, this is the class. So what if I want to create a thing? It is not mandatory. Okay, might be you'll be confused. When the methods concept will come, I'll just explain. Normal ga think these are the methods. You no need to understand in detail. I'm just writing now. When the method concepts will come, I'll explain in detail. Void start engine. This is the method. So in that, I want to write a system.out. Is this confusing? Okay, sure. So wait, I'll just explain what actually the object and the classes is there. And in previous modules, in the further modules, I'll explain about the methods, because if it's Japan, you might be confusing. So now I have created a class name, right? Now public static void main string args. So this is right. So object is nothing but an instance of a class. So how to declare an object? So car C. This is the object declaration. And how to initialize it? C equal to new car. This is nothing but a initializing the object. Nothing but a declaration. Car C is nothing but a declaration of an object. And okay, one. And remember, the class name and the object name should be same. So I have given here car 1 అనేది ఇచ్చాను. So నేను just car ఇచ్చాను కాబట్టి it is showing me the error. So car 1. Think it is car 1. Yes. So this is nothing but a declaration of an object and this is the initialization. What if I want to use both declaration and initialization నాకు ఒకే లైన్ లో కావాలంటే I can simply write as car 1 car 1 C equal to new car 1. So sorry. Are just showing an error. Huh. సో కంబైన్డ్ గా మనం రాయాలంటే బోత్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ డిక్లరేషన్ ని ఇనిషియలైజేషన్ ఒకేసారి అవ్వాలంటే కార్ 1 C ఈజ్ ఈక్వల్ టు న్యూ కార్ C1 వాట్ ఎవర్ దట్ యు వాంట్ టు రైట్ మెన్షన్ బట్ ఇక్కడ ఏముంటుందో ఇక్కడ అదే ఉండాలి సో దాట్ ఈస్ ద థింగ్ సో నౌ this is the object declaration. Let's see how actually the life cycle of object works. Life cycle is nothing but how it actually goes అనేది సో డిక్లరేషన్ చేస్తాం ఇనిషియలైజ్ చేస్తాం దాన్ని మళ్ళీ యూజ్ చేసి డిస్ట్రక్ట్ చేస్తాం దిస్ ఇస్ ద లైఫ్ సైకిల్ ఆఫ్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ డిక్లరేషన్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ వీఆర్ డిక్లేరింగ్ ద ఆబ్జెక్ట్ కార్ సి అని చెప్పి ఆర్ కార్ ఇస్ ఈక్వల్ టు C1 అని చెప్పి వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఇస్ దేర్ వీఆర్ డిక్లేరింగ్ ఇన్స్టెంటియేషన్ ఇస్ నథింగ్ బట్ వీఆర్ arranging a keyword for it like car C1 ala that is that as no initializing is nothing but we are giving a value for it initialize చేస్తున్నాం so we are using when an object is used ante by dot అనేది యూస్ చేస్తాం so that is the usage ఎక్కడ యూస్ చేస్తాం మనం మెథడ్స్ లో కానీ లేకపోతే ఫీల్డ్స్ లో కానీ in order to access it we'll be using the usage coming to the destruction it is ఏ రెఫరెన్స్ లేదు ఒకవేళ దాన్ని గార్బేజ్ కలెక్షన్ లో వేయాలి అన్నప్పుడు ఆ డిస్ట్రక్ట్ చేస్తాం దిస్ ఈస్ ద లైఫ్ సైకిల్ ఆఫ్ అన్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ సో కమింగ్ టు ద అనానమస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఎప్పుడు యూజ్ చేస్తామంటే సో థింక్ ఇఫ్ వీ హ్యావ్ క్రియేటెడ్ ఒక మెయిన్ మెథడ్ వెయిట్ ఐ విల్ షో యూ ద ప్రీవియస్ వన్ yes ikkada see I have created a class with the attributes string model ani string color ani int year ani I have created some right? So now void start engine అనేది, it is a method name. So it is telling that engine is started. If మనం ఈ మెథడ్ యూస్ చేసి సిస్టమ్ డాట్ అవుట్ డాట్ ప్రింటల్ అని ఇచ్చామనుకోండి, సో ఇంజన్ ఇస్ స్టార్టెడ్ అని వస్తుంది. లేదు అండ్ స్టాప్ మెథడ్ యూస్ చేస్తే స్టాప్ అనేది వస్తుంది. ఇప్పుడు ఎక్కడంటే, సో నౌ ఐ హావ్ declaration of an object has been done and I have initialized it కదా. ఇది సెపరేట్ గానే చేశాను. సో నౌ అనానమస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్ ఎప్పుడు యూస్ చేస్తామంటే, నార్మల్ గా ఈ రెండు యూస్ చేసి ఇఫ్ వి రన్ ఇట్ విల్ నాట్ షో. నేను డీటెయిల్ గా ఐ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ హౌ యాక్చువల్లీ ఇట్ వర్క్స్ అనేది. ఐ జస్ట్ ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ ఇన్ ద నెక్స్ట్ బికాస్ ఐ హ్యావ్ అనదర్ క్లాస్ ఫర్ టుడే. సో న్యూ కార్ డాట్ స్టార్ట్ ఇంజన్ అనేది ఏంటంటే, దిస్ ఇస్ ద అనోనమస్ ఆబ్జెక్ట్. ఇది డిక్లేర్ చేసిన తర్వాత if I run it, then only it will print the message like engine started, engine stopped అనేది నాకు ప్రింట్ అవుతుంది. సో how it actually was, I'll explain you in the next class. Okay, so that's all for today. Once if you get the LMS access, you will have the videos of this class. Okay, entire class. And as this is your starting classes like basics classes, right? So there is no exam for tomorrow. We'll start the classes from Monday onwards. So as you know, from Monday to Friday the actual classes will be there. So what are the topics that we have covered from Monday to Friday? We will be having exam on Saturday for sure. You should attend the test because we will be able to know where you're stucking and you will also be know ekkada problem vastundi meeku anedi meeku oka idea untundi. So that's why we are conducting the Saturday test. So as this is the batch starting on the basic concept, we can't keep any test on this. So from next week might be you will be having the tests. Okay, and we'll continue the classes from Monday as usual timings for 2:30. Yeah, once if you got an LMS access, we'll be starting your attendance also. Yeah, is this clear, Vijayalakshmi garu?
Yes, madam. Clear, madam.
Yeah, so I'll just post the recording videos in the LMS so that you can go through it and practice whatever the topics and concept that we have cleared up to here. So that's all for today. You can leave. Thank you.